Zhang Suixiang is going in search of drinking water. It's a long trek from her home. She makes this journey every week, in good weather or bad. She has no choice.
那拉是通水上22路拉去呢，拉来水那是通水出2缸能吃1个礼拜。光吃那个货不能死上。
Her husband is busy farming, and children are away at school. She must manage this on her own.
这是通水怕200斤有吗？200斤。
It wasn't always like this. Until recently, she drew water from a well in her own backyard.
那之前的那水就是这个样子，那之前那水我们就吃的这个水啊，人也吃呢也喝呢。现在那个水越来越苦了，吃不成了，碱性大疼。我们就到外面吃，那个拉个车夹子车，装个桶啊，他就到外面去就买的水吃的。
The irony is that they live quite close to the Yellow River, the 6th longest in the world. Over the past 20 years, people here have watched how their water supply became more scarce and more polluted. Zhang's husband Wang Yulin knows this all too well.
原来我们这个地方的籽啥都能长，种粮也能种，种瓜也能种，还长得还长东西。我小的时候，见瓜能长这么大，没穗子能长这么长。现在没了，现在不可能。
When the river water became too dirty to use, people here started tapping groundwater. They dug wells, and water was never too deep, but not for long.
以前的话挖2米子才有水，现在是挖5到6米才能见上水。但是这个水质还是不好，还是咸的很，有盐碱的。
The people of Wujiatong are literally running out of water. What little they can find is often not fit for drinking or household use. It's a problem shared by millions of other people across China. This village is close to Lunshu, the capital city of Gansu province in northwestern China. For centuries, it was a gateway to Central Asia. Today, it's a modern city of over 3 million people. Lunshu is located on the upper coast of the Yellow River, soon after the river emerges from the mountains. The river flows from west to east through China on a journey of more than 5,000 kilometers. Locals call it the Huanghe River, and its basin is known as the cradle of Chinese civilization. It has been associated with China's prosperity for thousands of years. The Yellow River Basin is home to nearly 1/3 of China's population. It grows a good part of the country's food and also produces half of the coal and a quarter of the petroleum. All this has come with a high environmental cost. Today, the river carries a heavy load of pollutants and sediments. And by the late 1990s, downstream Yellow River was running completely dry for part of the year because its waters were dammed upstream for irrigation and power generation.
Most part of Huanghe River is located under the semi-arid and arid zone. Especially the middle region is in the loose plateau where the erosion is very serious and it's the source of the sediment of the Huanghe River. So this sediment really causes the big problem for the health of the Huanghe River basin.
Coping with too much or too little water is always a challenge in the Yellow River Basin. It receives 2/3 of annual rainfall during a few weeks from July to September. As a result, floods often alternate with droughts. A new study cautions that climate change can aggravate the existing challenges of managing the Yellow River waters. The UN Environment Programme recently commissioned a team of scientists to study the vulnerability of water resources in Northeast Asia. They looked at 5 river basins. Besides the Yellow River, they covered the Yangtze River Basin and Songliao River Basin in China, and in Mongolia they studied the basins of the Orkhon River and the Toul River. Professor He Huang headed the team of researchers.
These 3 main findings is water shortage, no water use efficiency, and good initiative on improved watershed management.
One challenge is how to share the available water between agriculture, domestic users, power generation and industry. Right now, more than half of all water drawn in Northeast Asia is used for growing crops, most of it through irrigation. Yet, irrigation here is not very efficient.
I think we have to find some way to reuse these the waters used in agricultural sector. Right now, these waters used in agriculture, they just flow downstreams. And so if we can find a way to reuse, recycle this water, we could save a lot of waters.